Welcome home.
We are born.
You are individuals. You are small and you think in small terms.
We are civilized species.
From this time forward, you will service us.
And greetings everybody, and welcome to another JeSter Reviews. And today I would like to bring you the Terran Cygnus Battlecruiser T6-X. Now this ship was part of the Star Trek Online 12th Anniversary Ship Bundle. I haven't purchased her with that bundle, I've just purchased her as a separate entity. And this actually cost me 2,400 Zen because it was in the sale. But I really do like her, and I know she's had a bit of a bad reputation. I know some players are not keen on the layout and the stations, but to be honest with you, I'm happy as long as it's got a Lieutenant Commander Tactical, which I can get that for my Beam Overload 3, and as long as I can get an engineering station to fit my emergency to weapons power 3 as well. And it actually provides me with those two, because I am a Beam Overload player. I do like to do Beam Overloads, so for me I quite like this ship. And yeah, there are various skins which I'll review with you in just a moment. We'll go down to the ship Tailor and have a look. But yeah, I honestly really do like her. Now yes, she can be rather slow, but I've made up for that with some consoles. And yeah, I actually don't mind showing you those consoles now actually. But the one that I've used, so the one that I've used to improve this build was this one, the Universal Akar's Vengeance, and that gives me a 4.5 Starship Pulse Expertise, improved speed and turn rate, and a +5 maximum weapon power. That's a bit of a bonus for me, is that actually, and it's some various other bits and pieces. And it helps if you have the prevailing innovated impulse engines as well, because that improves the Starship Impulse Expertise by +21.3%. So there we go. So I've found that quite adequate, those two little changes that I've made for the ship. But later on, when we take her into the field and you see her performance, you can judge for yourselves. But yes, one of the things that I do like about Star Trek Online is you can actually mix and match quite a lot of things. And what I will actually add to this equation is, since I've lost the ability to use my parser and check for my damage, what I'm dishing out and one thing or another, I've had to rely quite a lot on gut instinct. And to be honest with you, I've discovered something in the game which I actually lost quite a while ago, and that is I'm having to rely on how the ship feels, its weapons, how the weapons look, and just the general overall feel of things. And I feel I've actually discovered something which I actually lost many years ago. So anyhow, that's me, that's my piece about this ship. And yeah, with that said, let's go down to the ship Tailor, shall we, and take a look at the other skins that comes with this ship. Okay, so here we are at the ship's Tailor, and as you can see, we've got quite a few skins here. We've got the Andromeda, Cygnus, Galaxy, the Andromeda Mirror, the Cygnus, the Monarch. I'm not keen on that. I bet if you put some Borg effects on that, that would go down really well, that, as a Borg ship. The Venture. That's not bad, is it? I like that one. That's not bad. Ross. Yeah, it looks like a cross between a Galaxy and a Sovereign there, doesn't it? And finally, Galaxy Mirror. So you've got a fair bit to go on there. I prefer the Cygnus Mirror. What's the difference between the Cygnus Mirror and the Andromeda Mirror? Ah, there we go. Look. Yeah. Those are the pylons. Yeah, that's the difference. Well, you know, I like both designs, to be honest with you. But I'll go with the Cygnus Mirror. Windows. Oh, I'm always a bit vexed with these windows because there's not that much difference, to be honest with you. I mean, in fact, I'm going to stick with Type 1, but let's have a look. Type 2. Oh, yeah, there's a fair few on there, isn't there? Type 3, 4. Galaxy. I've missed out 5, but Galaxy. Anyway, I think I'm going to stick with 2. I'll stick with Type 2. Now, the ship comes with the Origin bridge. Surprise, surprise. But I've kitted it out with the Galaxy bridge. Now, I did do a review on this some time ago, and I'll leave you a link for that if you want to see that review, where I reviewed the bridge, the captain's ready room, the conference room, the holodeck, in fact, the medical area, and engineering. There we go. Forgot that, engineering. So yeah, I'll leave you the link to that so you can have a quick look at that. We might not get to look at the bridge today because I'm very conscious of time. So looking at the materials, now again, last time I said I wouldn't go through these or all of these, but I did do, didn't I? But I'll try and skip through them as quickly as possible. So this is the Defiant. That's quite cool, isn't it? Defiant. Fleet. Fleet 2. Galaxy. Oh, looks quite cool, doesn't it? Quite like that one as well. Intrepid. There's not much difference between the Intrepid and the Defiant, is there? Well, there's not that much difference. NX. NX refit. Sovereign. Sovereign refit. Terran. Oh no, don't like that one. I think Banksy's had a go at that one. No, I'm not really keen on that. Terran Type 2. Oh no. No, no. Is it just me, or does that look horrendous? I don't like that one at all. No, I don't like that paint design at all. Yeah, I don't think even Banksy would put his name to that paint job. No, don't like that one. So moving on. Type 0. 1. Not much difference there. 2. 3. 4. Yes, I'm sorry I'm skipping through these rather quickly, but I don't want to labour too much on these materials. Type 5. 6. That's a bit bright, isn't it? 7. Now that's not bad, that actually. Quite like that one. That's not bad. 7. 7A. 8. It's a bit bright, isn't it? 8B. That's not bad. Upgrade. Oh no, don't like that one. And veteran. Yes, anyhow. I think we will stick with, was it 7? Yes, I think I'll stick with 7. I quite like that. I quite like this distressed look as well that's on it. Yes, quite like that. Right, okay. Oops, what am I doing here? I'm all over dither now. Lost. Right, so I think I've got that sorted out now. Right, so, oh, I'll tell you what we've forgotten to do. We've forgotten to look at the advanced bits here. So, what can we do here? Can we mix and match? Yes, we can. Right, I won't labour too much on this because I'm quite sure you would like to all have a play with this yourselves. But needless to say, there is quite a lot of variation here. That looks a bit odd, doesn't it? Yeah, I wouldn't like that. Anyway, I'm getting carried away, aren't I? I wasn't going to go into it, but I'm getting carried away with it. Right, so we'll leave that there for now. Then I'll leave that up to you for you to play with. But needless to say, there it is, the style. You can mix and match and kit bash your own ship. But I'm quite happy to leave it as is. Right, so let's get back up into Earth Sol and take a look at the build and some of the statistics for this ship, shall we? Right, so let's get an overview of what the Terran Cygnus Battlecruiser has to offer us, shall we? So, at level 65, she has a hull of 68,628. She has a fairly decent hull modifier of 1.525 and a shield modifier of 1.25. Her turn rate is a disappointing 6 with an impulse of 0.14 with an inertia rating of 30. However, she does have a bonus power of +10 to weapons and shields power. Her bridge officer seating includes a Lieutenant Tactical Command Station, a Lieutenant Tactical Station, a Commander Engineering / Temporal Ops Station, a Lieutenant Science Station, and a Lieutenant Commander Universal Station. She has 3 device slots and her consoles consist of 3 Tactical, 5 Engineering and 3 Science. This ship costs, at this moment in time, 3,000 Zen in the Zen store and was part of the 12th anniversary bundle. Her abilities include Destabilized Dimensional Rift, Molecular Reconstruction, Weapon Systems Efficiency, Shield Frequency Modulation and Static Maneuvering. Her Admiralty cards are 48 Engineering, 40 Tactical and 29 Science. Okay, moving on to the build. Now I know some of you have been asking me about the weapons that I'm using, so today I'm running 3 covert phaser dual beam banks. I'm also running the enhanced biomolecular photon torpedo, which is giving me +2% bonus all damage, and you can acquire that from the Terran Reputations tab. This is a really good torpedo. In actual fact, it's one of the hardest hitting torpedoes in the game, and yeah, I quite like it. I'm running the phaser wide angle dual heavy beam bank, which is also another really good phaser. It's part of the Discovery Reputations tab, and I'm using this in conjunction with the Tactical Locus Custom Fire Controls console. And yes, this is again giving me another 2% bonus all damage. In the rear, I'm running a Terran Task Force Phaser Beam Array, which is another fine weapon, one of the best phaser beam arrays in the game. And this is available from your Terran Reputations tab, and this gives us a +2% bonus all damage. It is part of a 3-piece set, but in this case I'm only running this for today. Two Omnis in the rear, one being a covert phaser beam array, and the second being the trilithium enhanced omnidirectional phaser beam, which is also part of a 3-piece set, but I'm only running this on its own. Now then, the engineering console that came with this ship was the destabilized dimensional rift console. I've actually removed it and I've replaced it with the Akar's Vengeance console. The destabilized dimensional rift console, I found it to be absolutely useless, didn't like it. What it does is it vanquishes your foes for a short period of time to the Terran realm. It just makes them untargetable, and yeah, to be honest, I just didn't like it. So yes, it's gone. So I've gone with the Universal Akar's Vengeance console, and this gives me a 4.5 Starship Impulse expertise. And believe you me, this ship needs all the help it can get, because this improves speed and turn rate. It gives a +5 maximum weapon power, doesn't stack with other maximum weapon power increases. It also gives us an electrical damage disabled multiple systems, and that equates to 27,564.4 electrical damage and ignore shields, 8,269.3 electrical damage every 1 second for 6 seconds, ignore shields, disabled subsystems for 9 seconds, 2 units recharge. So that's basically what I'm using instead of the destabilized dimensional rift. Also, to speed the ship up, the prevailing innovated impulse engines is really useful. It's giving me a +21.3 Starship Impulse expertise, impulse speed, improved speed and turn rate. I'm getting all tongue-tied because I'm trying to rush through it. Okay, let's move on to the masteries very quickly. At tier 1, absorptive hull plating, which is giving us a +25 physical and kinetic damage resistance rating. At tier 2, we have enhanced weapon banks, which is +15% critical severity. Tier 3, we have a +25 energy damage and radiation damage resistance rating. At tier 4, we have armoured hull, and that's a +10% hull hit points. And at level 5, we have the trait controlled aggression. So this is using a temporal operative bridge officer ability or a universal console. This applies a +10 Starship control expertise, improves control effects, stroke resistance to same for 20 seconds, scales on exotic particle generators with a minimum of +10 and a maximum of +30. Not used this yet. I think this is more inclined to be used with a science build. That's what it's saying to me at this moment in time. What I will do is I'll mess about with that, not on this ship, but on a science build that I'm pottering about with, and we'll see where we go with that. Right, before we take this ship into harm's way, I thought I would bring you another console. I've been trying to bring you a console every time I've done a review for you to look at and see if you can put it on your build. And today I would like to bring you the Universal Bounty Hunter's Friend. Now this is a lobby item, and it will currently cost you 200 lobby, and in its current state, which is epic, I'm getting a 39.4 energy damage resistance rating and a 29.5 Starship shield restoration, and there's also a -10 weapons power cost. So if we go to the lobby store, I'll show you where you can find it. Space gear, there we go. It's here somewhere. There it is. Console Universal Bounty Hunter's Friend comes as part of a 3-piece set, but I'm only interested in this piece. And on pickup, you will get a 26.2 energy damage resistance rating and a 19.7 Starship shield restoration, and you'll get the minus 10% weapons power cost. So if you do find yourself at a loose end with some spare lobby knocking around when there comes a sale, yeah, I would seriously look at picking up this console, to be honest with you. Right. So let's now take this ship into harm's way and let you judge for yourself just how good she is. So here we go, defense of Starbase 1. Let's see how she performs, shall we? Well, there you go. I hope you enjoyed that example of how this ship performs. I must admit I really enjoyed doing that little run there. Yeah, I'm really happy with her. Now I do realise that she's not everybody's cup of tea, but I'm a coffee drinker. So there you go. Now I personally think it's Zen well spent, and yeah, I would recommend her. Now I do realise a lot of players are not very keen on this ship, but I like how she looks, I like how she performs, and I like her because she's a really good beamboat. And yeah, I'm happy with her, and I'm quite happy to put her in my fleet. Right, well, if you've enjoyed this review, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button for me to catch further reviews. And yeah, give us a like, because that would be awesome. Always makes my day, does that. And the sun always shines when you give me a like. And if you believe that, you believe anything. So, I'll leave you to the rest of your day. And until next time, this is JeSter signing off.
You just don't get it, do you, Jean? The trial never ends.
Victory is light!
Mr. Hobson, you will carry out my orders or I will relieve you of duty. It's a fake.
Not die in vain! The Romulans will enter the war!
Your answers will dictate our response.
We are born. I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer. I busted him up.
The only way to defeat fear is to tell it no. No. We will not take shortcuts in the path to righteousness. No. We will not break the rules that protect us from our basest instincts.
It would seem that we are not completely dissimilar after all.